This form of execution was horrific. In 1305, a man was dragged through the streets of London. His name, William Wallace. But what was his crime? Simple, he dared to defy the King of England, King Edward I, aka Edward Longshanks. After being betrayed by his own countrymen, Wallace was arrested, put on trial, and found guilty of treason. He was sentenced to death. Before he was executed, he was tied to a wooden frame and dragged for 6 miles through the city centre. All along the route was a jeering crowd who were pelting him with rocks, rotten veg, and spitting on him. Wallace finally came to his place of execution, Smithfield in London. The executioner immediately tied a rope around his neck and hauled him up high, but the aim wasn't to kill him, it was only to choke him to the point of near unconsciousness. Then the executioner let Wallace drop and immediately pulled out a knife and castrated him. As Wallace lay gasping for air, the executioner then cut open his stomach, pulled out his intestines, and burned them on a brazier in front of the dying man. Finally, the executioner raised his axe and cut off Wallace's head and his arms and legs. The body parts were then scattered around the kingdom. This horrific form of execution was known as being hanged, drawn, and quartered.